Here we are in section 3-2 with the solutions to numbers 9 through 18. All right, it says graph the following lines and label the x and y intercepts. Your points need to match mine. And why is that? Because the x-intercept happens when y is 0. And there's only one of those possibly. And the y-intercept happens when x is 0. So we have to be on the same page with those. All right, let's try it. Number 9. We stick in 0 for x, and let's see what happens. We stick in 0 right here, and we get 0 plus 2y equals 20. So that'll give us the equation. 2y equals 20. Divide by 2, and we get y equals 10. So that gives us 0, 10. Let's use these graphs right down here. There's 0, 10 right there. Let's change color for the next one. For the y-intercept, oh, we just did that one. For the x-intercept, we got to figure out what happens when you stick 0 in for y. So 0 goes in for y, and we get 2 times 0. That's 5x plus 0 equals 20. That'll give us x equals 10. No, x equals not 10. Divide by 5, we get 4. X equals 4. So the point 4, 0. And that's about right there. So that line is with the x and y intercepts. Let's see if we can make this kind of straight. Not bad. So that's number 9. All right, number 10. Y equals 2x minus 10. Again, we have to do the x and then the y-intercepts. So we first have to stick in 0 for x to get the y-intercept. So if we stick a 0 right there, we get y equals 2 times 0 minus 10 is a negative 10. 0, negative 10. Let's go ahead and graph that down here on this one. That's that guy right there. And then if we stick in 0 for y, what does that give us? We get 0 equals 2x minus 10. We actually have to do a little bit of solving here. Add 10 over here. We get 10 equals 2x. Divide by 2, and x is going to equal a 5. So we get 5, 0. Let me see, that's about right there, 5, 0. So on that one, we get these 2 points. And, oh, that line, not too bad. Not too good either, but not too bad. There we go. And it's the intercepts, these things that are labeled, that you need to match to get the exact x and y intercepts. All right, let's try the next one. Number 11. Let's stick in 0 for x. And we're left with 4 times 0 minus y equals 8. So times by negative 1, and we get a negative 8. So 0, negative 8 is right there. That's the y-intercept. And notice these are always on the x and y axes. That's why they're called the intercepts, is because they're on the x and y axis. Okay, let's stick in 0 for y and see what pops out. We get 4x minus 0, it's gone, equals 8. Divide by 4, and we get x equals a 2. Oh, that's nice. These all came pretty nicely. I didn't change color. Let's change color just to keep consistency here. Yeah, we'll go with like a pink. If we stick in 0 for y, then 4x minus 0 equals 8. That's x equals 2. All right, so that gives us 2, 0. Positive 2, 0 is that guy right there. So that means the equation, not the equation, the graph of the line looks about like that. Something like that. Okay, good. So that is 9, 10, and 11. Great, let's clear those off and do the next 3. So we have number 12, x plus y equals 7. First, starting off with the y-intercept by sticking in 0 in for x. We stick in 0 in for x, and we get 0 plus y equals 7. Well, that's just y is 7. Good, 0, 7. Got that point right there. And then the next one, if we stick in 0 for y, we get x plus 0 equals 7. 7, 0, which is about right over there. So the line then goes through those 2 points. Dang, I really missed that. Let's try that one again. There we go. That wasn't so bad. And that's the line for number 12. Okay, now let's do the number 13. We stick in 0 for x, and we get y equals negative 3/7 times 0 is gone, minus 6. Y equals negative 6. 0, negative 6. That's a nice one right there. Right about there. And then let's stick in 0 for y. So stick in 0 for y. This one's a little bit tougher. 0 equals negative 3/7 x minus 6. Usually it comes out to be, a little bit easier with this, but trying to get the x-intercept when y is by itself is a little bit tough. Add 6, we get 6 equals negative 3/7 x, and then times by 7, divide by a negative 3, and we get a negative 14. Negative 14. So that may take a little bit of solving, but yeah, that means we're clear way back here for that guy. And all right, let's see if we can do this. Oh, missed him just a little bit. Let's try again. There we go. Not bad. Okay, so that's number 13. And now number 14. So stick in 0 for x, and we get 2 times 0 is 0, minus 6y equals 18. That one we can solve. And we get, divide by negative 6, we get y is a negative 3. So 0, negative 3 is about right there. And then stick in 0 for y, and we end up with 2x minus 0 equals 18. Divide by 2, and we get x equals a 9. That's 9, 0. So that's about out here. And there we go. Hey, that one turned out okay. And that's the line for number 14. Let's clear these off and see if we can do 15 through 18. Number 15. Now these are a little bit different. It just says to graph them and label 3 points, and then the points might be different. Notice how that's different than up here. Intercepts are very specific points. X-intercept where we put 0 in for y, and the y-intercept where we put 0 in for x. Those are very specific points. Here, this is saying where x is 5. If we go out to where x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's one of the points right there. 5, 0 is one of the points. But there's no y value, so x always has to be 5. You can do a 5, 2 or a 5, negative 3. Run up there, 1 down here, and it is a vertical line at x equals 5. Let's do another one and see what happens. Y equals 4. So go up to where y is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one of the points right there, 0, 4. Another point is anything with, since x is not involved, we can do anything we want with x as long as 4 is for the y. Let's try negative 3, 4. So 2, 4, and it just matters as long as y is up here at 4. So you can be 2, 4, 5, 4, 8, 4, negative 1, 4, negative 2, 4, any of these, and we get this horizontal line where y equals 4. Number 17. X is a negative 2. So let's go back to where x is negative 1, negative 2 is right there. That's one of the points. You'll notice that this point does have an x-intercept, but there's no y-intercept. If we put other points, negative 2, 3, negative 2, negative 7, any point that has x is negative 2 is going to work here. And it's straight along the line. It goes back to where x is negative 2, and then y gets to go anything it wants, but x has to stay exactly above or below that point. And the last one, y equals a negative 8. So if we go down to where y is a negative 8, right there, and that's one of the points, 0, negative 8, and all the other points have negative 8 as their y value. 3, negative 8, negative 4, negative 8. Anything that has y equals negative 8 will be on this line. So 3, negative 8, negative 4, negative 8. We could have 1, negative 8, any of these guys. And you'll notice that will make a horizontal line down at, so y is kind of an altitude up and down. So we're down at an altitude of -8, or over here on 16, we're up and it just kind of floats along at an altitude of 4. Excellent.